and welcome to The Shift Buzzin', a team meeting live with Mindy and Marnie. Something a little different. Hope you enjoy.
You could have everything.
You can have everything. Oh my goodness. Marnie, hello. Welcome to our team meeting.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I know. I'm happy to be here too. So we are really this is the first buzz-in that people have been to. This is just the first 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of our Mindy and Marnie's normal weekly team meeting. We're the crazy ones that decided let's just model what team meetings should look like, or
well,
could
maybe
look
not
like.
even should.
Could
just what they do look like.
Right, what they do look like, because we want to practice different check-ins. We want to practice, how do we really start with the human? It's just so easy to jump into the work. I am the worst at that. Recently, I've been at a couple of meetings where I just jump right in. I didn't even know the people. Okay, let's get this stuff done.
Yep. Get to work.
So we landed on our agenda for today, and I love the yes and of what our exercise should be. You took it to the next level. So the question was, what do you need or need to leave at the door to be fully present in our meeting today?
What I knew you were going to ask this question, and you would have thought that but the thing is it changes every time, or from minute to minute. But I think what I need to leave at the door is our last meetings of the day, to be honest. And they were great meetings and great conversations, but for this purpose, for you and me talking, we need to turn around and face forward. And so I think I just need to okay, those were great conversations. I have my meeting notes. We'll come back to that later.
Yes, because it could be so easy just to focus on those last two meetings, because we have literally been back to back this morning.
Yes.
Which are in two great conversations before this.
Right.
And we even had a tag team on one.
Yeah, quite literally. We were on one meeting, and they're like, Mindy, you go to this meeting. I'll take this one.
That's right.
So it could be so easy for us just to flow into that conversation, be like, okay, this is what happened on my end. This is what happened on your end, which we'll have time for that. But yes. I think I need to center back.
Marnie, that's so good. I'm so glad you named that. Otherwise, I could have rat-holed in those last two conversations. We would have missed what our focus is for today.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what we're going to leave. Is there anything you need to be anything you need? You need to leave that. But are there anything else?
No, you already did that with the agenda. And and again, I kind of did that last week too. I guess it was kind of my response last week too. Of for me, I think because we have all the things going, I feel kind of haphazard sometimes, and to be able to have an agenda and hang, it's okay, yep, I can see that, I'm with you. So thank you for that.
So powerful. Yeah, I was on my walk yesterday walking my dogs, and I was like, okay, what's our agenda? And I was like, we got to have it because it was so good last week. All right, so what do I need? Or what do I need to leave? So this is silly because I literally have this written on a Post-it note from our agenda. And I'm looking at it, honestly, I need to, right now I'm lower energy because I was sick over the weekend. I had a booster shot of my tetanus, which you need to get every 10 years. And it has flared up my colitis, my lymphocytic colitis, which is... it just it wrecks my central nervous system. So I was in bed most of the weekend. And so I need to just be okay. I just need to be okay being less than.
Yeah.
And I need to leave. It brings up a lot of when I get into these moments, I'm like, oh no, here comes sick Mindy. And I just got, oh no, sick Mindy's still okay. It's all the lies. It heats up all those things in my brain of the less than. So I need to leave the less than at the door. So I need to give permission If you see it showing up, to just call it out. Mindy, that's less than. I give you permission to do that. I need that today.
Okay. So you said what you are leaving at the door, but then also what you need today. Is there any, like, I think for me, even just knowing, like, the fact that, like, you called it out of, like, here's where I am, and even just knowing that I know to pick up, because there's a lot of stories that I could tell myself if I don't hear from you, or things like that. So I think as far as, like, don't hesitate to tell me how I can support you when you're under the weather and whatnot.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Yes, I will definitely do that.
You froze up, but I think that's, I mean, I can hear you just fine.
You can hear me. Well, that's weird, but I'm looking frozen.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not in one of those weird moments, like whenever I freeze up, it's like,
so that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for other people or just me. Oh, you're back.
Okay. I'm back. Here I am. It's so weird. It's like I left my body. It was an existential experience. So this, what I like about this one, what I like about this check-in is it was a lot more powerful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I like it because it was twofold, is like, what do I need to leave at the door, but then also what I need. So it's pulling in your teammates.
Yeah. Yes.
To help. I can imagine that this particular check-in will only work with the teams that have kind of established that trust and psychological safety. So I don't know, like, I have a new thing. Okay, a new rating. This is for the more experienced team meeting goers, not one for the beginners.
The beginner. Last week was a beginner. I think last week was more of a beginning team. But what's cool about this is it might give room for someone on the team, if there is trust, because you're right, they have to be vulnerable to share what they really need and what they might be seeing on the team that the team needs versus just the individual. Because they may say, hey, I think we need to do an emotional check-in. Like, how is everyone red, yellow, green today?
Yeah.
And I do like that. I also, with teams that I've done this with, something similar to this, because I questioned before this was a little slightly different. Then I had used it, and we would literally figure out, okay, we need just 5 minutes to vent, because people had come from something that they were still holding on to, which I love that you brought up the meetings before. And they're like, we just need 5 minutes at the beginning of this meeting for us all to vent, to let go of what's stuck, to truly be present in the meeting today. So that's another way that I've seen this be, and time boxing the venting session.
That's really cool. I don't think we can do that, though, because ours always involves someone, and we can't publicly.
No, we cannot do that. No, we could not.
We're going to burn it down.
Just to help, like, with this exercise, if people like want to see, like, what are the types of things people might ask for, like, but what they need, and how to then build that into the team meeting with timing.
Yeah. Do you think that there's, because I had one boss who just tell me how you're feeling in general, but you didn't like label it red, yellow, or green. But do you think there's merit in having, like, giving descriptors, of even like the smiley face, sad face?
Yes. Yeah. Well, some people do that. Some say, like, how are you? How are you coming in? Smiley, sad, or neutral. I do think that's helpful. I think sometimes when you're, or, sad, glad, mad, some people will do that as a team meeting. Like, how are you coming in? And then they'll come in, how is your energy level? Yeah. Like, it's because if you're not trusting the emotions, because sometimes that's hard for people to name their emotion, they'll come in like, I'm low today. Okay. What do we need to, be able to move into, give more energy? If everyone's low, then it could be that improv exercise of affirmations to help, like, energize, right? Like, maybe you spend the first 3 minutes then of affirmations to help increase our level of mood as a team.
Oh, that's a really good point. It's like you almost have like a staged activity. Like
Yes.
if what I'm hearing is low energy, then we can do this. If what I'm hearing is high energy, let's just get to freaking work. And
Right. Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
that's a really good idea. Like,
Yeah.
come
Or if
prepared.
there's exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's kind of why I do like having the question be like in the agenda too. So people kind of know what is our check-in today going to be.
Yeah, exactly. So that they can, yeah, because there's some people, we were just having like a conversation about neurodivergence and stuff. Like,
Yes.
you have
Yes.
to help people be prepared, particularly if they're those type of people, or not those type of people, but the type of person who does not like to come unprepared. That can be a really
Yes.
uncomfortable situation. So, I think that's really important to consider as well.
Yeah. And like what is the opening and I just thought like if you have a really good agenda for the team in advance, if you kind of have it time blocked this time of like the human check-in, like what would it look like for the team to be able to speak into what the question is, like help them like kind of come up with like, do we want to have an energy level check-in, do we want to have like an emotional check-in, then I think that might be kind
Yeah,
of cool too. I mean, that's
it
kind of
would
what you and
be.
I did.
Well, yeah, exactly. You gave some options, and I was like, I
Yeah.
like that one. So that's a really good idea. Like, you could potentially bring them in ahead of time, like A, B, or C. What check-in do you
Yeah.
vote? Like a poll, even in Slack or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Well, and that so artfully wraps us up here, Marnie, as we're at the 15-minute mark, because we want ideas from everyone else on what should we be trying. If you have a human check-in that you do, a technique, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to try it out here on the Buzz In, and let's retrospect on it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So be sure to like and subscribe, so you don't miss out on a future raw, messy, but leaving elevated, because now I feel more energized than I did before. So I can't wait for the rest of our team meeting, Marnie.
Uh, yep. See you over on the other
Google.
side. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.